On this video, I'm going to be doing a reading of John 1:1, reading it in Greek and then Hebrew and Latin. And I'll be looking at a vocabulary, followed then by grammar, and then a running kind of a commentary, a phrase by phrase or verse by verse commentary with application. So I'm starting with the Greek. It's the great prologue of John in the first 18 verses. It reads, En arche ein halagas. Kai halagas ein pros tan thaan. Kai thaas ein halagas. Vocabulary-wise, in is a preposition. Arche is a feminine noun meaning beginning. Eimi is the verb to be. Ha is the definite article, and logos is the second declension noun, meaning word. Kai is the conjunction. Pros is a preposition taking the accusative case to or toward. So let me go through and read it now. In arche ein halagas. Kai halagas ein pros tan thaan. Kai thaas ein halagas. Looking at the grammar, in is a preposition. It takes the dative case. So in the beginning, in arche. Ein is it's a verb from the verb eimi, to be. It is the imperfect indicative active of the verb eimi. So in the beginning was, ha is the definite article, nominative masculine singular, and logos is the nominative singular noun word. It basically is what grammarians call a second declension noun, where arche, being feminine, is first declension. Then kai is the conjunction and, halagos, again, the word, ein was, again imperfect indicative active of the verb eimi, was pros tan thaan. Pros is the showing, it's a preposition that takes the accusative case, was to or toward God. Han is the definite article, accusative masculine singular, and thaan, it goes with thaan, is the accusative masculine singular noun, God. Thaas, tha'u, tha'o, tha'an, accusative. And God, and the word was God. Kai is the conjunction. Tha'as, again, nominative singular, masculine. Ein, imperfect indicative active of eimi. Halagos, the word. Ha is the definite article, and logos means word. It's the nominative masculine singular. So in the beginning was the word, and the word was toward God, or face to face with God, and the word was God. Three great statements. The word is eternal, and the word is Christ, who is eternal. Secondly, the word was always face to face with God. The word was always toward God, or face to face is the way I would render it. And the word was God. Here we have two nouns in the nominative case, us, and the first one is a predicate nominative. It's predicating something about the Word. So the Word, which is Christ, was fully God. Three statements about Christ. He is eternal. Secondly, he was always face to face with God. He was always eternal, face to face with God. And thirdly, he was full deity or fully God. Now, looking at the Hebrew, and I'm reading Delitz's translation, which is in the public domain. Bereshit haya hadavar, v'hadavar haya et ha-Elohim, v'hadavar haya ha-Elohim. Be is the preposition in. Reshit means beginning. Haya is the verb to be, was. Ha is the definite article. Davar means word. And again, eight is the sign of the direct object. Elohim means God, and the word was God. So let me just go through the grammar now. Bereshit, be is the preposition in. Reshit is the noun meaning in the beginning. It's the same way Genesis 1:1 reads, Bereshit bara Elohim. In the beginning, God created. Haya is the verb to be. It's the Cal perfect, third masculine singular from the verb haya. So in the beginning was ha davar, the word. Again, ha is the definite article. Davar means word. Ve is the conjunction and hadavar, and the word haya was et ha-Elohim, was with God. Haya again is the simple stem, the Cal perfect, again third masculine singular from haya. Cal meaning your basic stem. Some call it the Grun stem or the G stem. Eight is the sign of the direct object, and Ha is your definite article, and Elohim means God. It's plural in ending, but singular in meaning, as it goes with Haya, which is singular. So the word was God. The Hadavar Haya Ha-Elohim. Excuse me, and the word was face to face with God. Eight meaning with, and hadavar, ve is and, ha is a definite article, and the word haya again, Cal perfect, third masculine singular from haya. The word was ha Elohim or God. Now, in looking at the Latin, and I'm going to just do a verse at a time. I want to give credit to the author that put up a daily dose of Latin. I was not really trained in Latin. My training was in Greek and my seminary training, and then Hebrew when I did my PhD, my master's work and PhD. So my first doctorate was with a Greek minor and a Bible expositional major. And then my master and doctorate was in Hebrew and ancient Near Eastern languages. So I want to thank the author of A Daily Dose of Latin that's helping me now to learn Latin. So in principio, and I'm going to read the Latin. I have my Greek and Latin text here. In principio erat verbum, et verbum erat apud Deum, et Deus erat verbum. In is the preposition in. Principio is from principium, Principium actually means beginning. Erit actually, let me just give the vocabulary here. Sum esse, to be. Verbum means word. And apud means with. And it takes the accusative case. And et, of course, means and. And Deus means God, with verbum meaning, as we said, word. So in the Latin grammar, it reads in principio erat verbum. In is the preposition, and here we have the ablative case. We have the preposition taking the ablative in principio with the long O over the principio, and basically it is a second declension noun from principium. Erat is the imperfect indicative active third person singular from the verb sum esse. That is, was. So in the beginning was verbum. Verbum is a noun, and it is the nominative singular. So in the beginning was the word, verbum. Et and is the conjunction et verbum, and the word erat, again, imperfect indicative active from the esse or esse or sum or esse, was apud. Apud is the preposition that is taking the accusative case in deum. Deus is nominative. So, and the word was, we could say with God, I believe. At Deus, Deus is your nominative masculine singular, meaning God. Erat, again, was imperfect indicative active from sum or esse. So the word and the word was God. Verbum is the neuter noun, and it's the neuter nominative singular. And Deus is just your regular masculine nominative singular. So we would translate it, and the word was God, or the word was divine. So again, in putting it together and going back to the beginning, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was toward God or face to face with God, and the Word was God, was divine. Three things about Jesus Christ. The Word here is referring to Christ because the Word becomes flesh and pitched his tent among us in verse 14. So, first of all, again, going back to what we had said at the beginning, Jesus is and was always eternal. In the beginning was the Word. Secondly, the Word was always face to face with God, always with God. Pras tan theon. And thirdly, the Word was fully divine. And by the way, we would never translate this, the Word was a God. It does not have the article before theos, and that's a very normative expression showing a predicate nominative making a predication about the word. it's sort of like God is love. We have the same construction, but we would never translate it God is a love. And without the article, it simply means God has the full quality of love. So that's the same here. The Word has the full quality of being God, of being fully divine. And what a beautiful beginning when we think about Jesus Christ. Uh, all hail the power of Jesus' name. Let angels prostrate fall. Bring forth the royal diadem and crown him Lord of all.